kidding me? It's time for another Tabletop TBR, and this is where I play my game to figure out the books to be read for the current month. We're gonna be doing this for May, and let's just say, once again, it strikes back. So let's just get into this. Let's start off with some shuffling, and then let's pick our 10 bonus point cards. Busy, busy, get a point. Another busy, busy, get a point. Jesus. That's no fun. Okay, another busy, busy, get a point. Okay, a BIPOC read, a romance, +2, a goal getter. Jeez, we're not getting any prompts. Okay, different country, another busy, busy, jeez Louise, and a standalone. All right, as usual, 10 points on the board, and let's start. First roll. First roll is a double, starting off strong. So that goes up to 11. We move 4. I forgot we have to pick one of these. Draw 2, keep 1. We can use that next. So we only have 1. Let's re-roll that. So I guess we're going to go with the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a regular prompt. Okay, and the pick is a standalone. I guess that works for our bonus points. 2 seconds in and the game is already choosing violence. Wow. All right, well. For this one, I'm gonna go with Flower Heart by Catherine Bakewell. This is a special edition alternate cover from Fae Crate. And as far as I'm aware, this is a cozy cottagecore fantasy romance sort of situation, or at least that's definitely the vibes that the covers have given. It says a power she can't control, a curse she can't undo, and a boy she can't forget. Unfortunately, that is the most that we get. There is no information on the inner flap. It says Clara's magic has always been wild, but it's never been dangerous. Then a simple touch causes poisonous flowers to bloom in her father's chest. Ooh, okay. So I guess that pulls her on an adventure to try and undo that, obviously, and introduces her to the love interest and romance ensues. I don't know. But sounds totally fun. And as I mentioned previously, I am trying to read more books from my book subscription boxes because I've accumulated a lot and I need to see if they're any good. Next roll. Another double? Are you kidding me? We just started. Okay, all right, so this goes back up. Oh, okay, I see how this game's gonna play me. We've got 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I get demoted? No way. No way. Okay, I'll use the +3. 1, 2, 3, because we are trying to get around the board to get extra game board points. If you're curious about the points, I do go over them in my monthly wrap-ups. Oh wait, sorry. Okay, so we get a prompt, an author's debut novel. I love getting those. So much fun. In honor of Asian Heritage Month, I am going to go with She Who Became the Sun for author's debut novel, and this is by Shelley Parker Chan. And it is a epic fantasy duology, which I do fortunately own both books in the series, so if I end up enjoying it, I can read them back to back, honey. And this one says, to possess the mandate of heaven, the monk Zhu will do anything. I refuse to be nothing. In a famine-stricken village in a dusty yellow plain, 2 children are given 2 fates, a boy greatness, a girl nothingness. And then it sounds like after war sweeps through their village, the boy ends up dying and she decides in order to achieve the greatness that she believes she deserves, she takes his place instead. And obviously, epic adventure ensues. Super excited about this. I've heard great things about it, so I'm like, I'm so looking forward to getting around to this. Next roll. Ooh, I almost thought that was another bubble. We're okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A normal prompt. Oh my goodness. Okay, a book with a face on the cover. Okay, this one's kind of a cheat, but also not, right? Because it fits the prompt in both image, sorta, and title. and that is Yellow Face by R.F. Kuang. I've been wanting to read this for a while, and this is actually a POC book club pick for the month, so join us. That does mean I'm not going to read it until right before the live show, which will happen next month, so shh, don't tell anybody. But I might try and start it in advance because I do want to annotate this. I've heard great things about it, but I feel like because of the stress of the circumstances, a white author who steals the manuscript of her Asian friend and changes her name to seem more Asian so that she can publish the book herself and gain notoriety because she foolishly thinks that currently authors of color have an advantage over white authors. And it is commentary on the industry. It is commentary on obviously racism in different forms and people not realizing their privileges and just foolishly falling into certain things. And then also plagiarism and problems around that and all kinds of things. And I know the commentary is going to be strong and I'm interested to see how it goes, but I do feel like it's probably going to be something that I need to spread out because the anger will be high. Let's just put it that way. Okay, a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Regular prompt. Oh yeah, okay. A book written by 2 authors. All right, nice. This worked out perfectly since I just got this book recently, and that is Never Meant to Meet You by Ali Frank and Asha Yeomans. And this is a dual perspective literary romance, and it sounds like it's a neighbor situation. So we've got a self-appointed fixer of other people's woes who is determined to keep her side of the driveway when it comes to her flawless neighbor, Noah. When it comes to her profession, her hands are full as she prepares for a new class of kindergartners and her first year of teaching without her best friend. Her son's budding manhood challenges her expectations, and her vexing ex-husband continues to be a thorn in her side. Then, of course, tragedy strikes their street and an unexpected child shows up on the first day of school with an uncle who has all the class moms aflutter. And she's forced to contend with both her neighbor and her own heartache over losing the life she once thought was guaranteed. Yeah, so found family, grief, friendship, all of those things. Interested in seeing how I feel about this. It seems like it's going to be more literary than it is romance, but I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes I get really excited about the romance aspect and there's not a lot of it, or vice versa, so I'm gonna try and be open-minded so I increase the chances of enjoying it. I've gotten one of those recently, so I put that back in rotation. Okay, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Okay, last month we got a bunch of these double prompt polls and a bunch of doubles. I wonder. Okay, first one. Okay, thank you. Thank you. A take a break. So we get a freebie. Take a break. Thank you very much. Don't have to add another book, but we will get the point. Love that for me. Since this month the game is definitely choosing violence. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Because it's already a lot. And we just begun. And then for our next one, a book published in 2020. All right, so this prompt, I know I changed in future editions. I wanted it to be something that grows with you. So I think originally this was either the previous year or the current year. Now in the new printouts, which are already available, if you already have it downloaded, you have access to this prompt along with one that just says last year, this year, things of that nature. But since I have it, and I do have books that are actually published in 2020, I'm gonna go with Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Bayron. This one is a Cinderella retelling fantasy story. I've heard mixed reviews about this one. I've been really excited about it because in general, I'm a big fan of retellings, but I am interested in seeing if I agree with any of the negativity, which I don't remember at this point, but I imagine once I get into it, I'll understand or go against whatever they say. So if you are interested in hearing my thoughts on that, again, stay tuned for a future monthly wrap up or vlog or whatever, because I will let you know at some point. after I read it. Or my Goodreads. If you don't follow me on Goodreads, you can follow me there because I post my reviews not immediately, but fairly close. Sometimes immediately, sometimes not. Like right now, I have my most recent reads, but I have like 10 books that I read before that I still need to add. So like I'm a mess, but I'm less messy there most of the time. Whatever. I'm excited. Our next roll. Man, these are looking scary. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another double prompt pull. Okay, so we do get a board point, and we also get one of these. Jeez, okay. Okay, finally, we get a let's re-roll that. Just so that you know, if you want, you can re-roll a double so that you don't have to do the double. But I don't do that, personally, because I read a lot, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so first pull, a book about books. This one, I'm gonna go with Must Love Books by Shauna Robinson. Love books about books. I think this is a romance, or it's either a general fiction or a romance. I keep picking up books like this that I think are romance, and then they end up like not being. But it says, a book for book lovers. It's impossible not to root for Nora. So we have our applicant, which is Nora Hughes, the overworked, underpaid, last assistant standing, at least for now. The experiences is 5 years too many. She landed an editorial assistant position at Parsons Press. It was her first step towards the dream job, but after 5 years of lunch orders, finicky authors, and per my last emails, Nora has come to one grand conclusion: dream jobs do not exist. Salary expectations abysmal. With her life spiraling and the Parsons staff sinking, Nora gets hit with even worse news. Parsons is cutting her already unlivable salary. Unable to afford her rent, Nora decides to moonlight for a rival publisher and maybe poach some Parsons authors along the way. But when Andrew Santos, a best-selling Parsons author no one can afford to lose, is thrown into the mix, Nora has to decide where her loyalties lie. Seems interesting. Seems like it could be a romance. Regardless, it seems like it's going to be fun. So, all right, and the next one, read a YouTube's favorite. Okay, so excited about this. I'm gonna go with Monstrilio, which is a horror around grief, because I believe this family's son passes away and they take like his organs or something, and a little monster baby comes from it, and weird things happen, I think. You know what? Let me let one of the many booktubers who loved this last year tell you what it's about.
This is a book that completely caught me off guard this year. This is like one of those weird literary horror books that just gets under your skin and makes you think about it long after you finish it.
All about grief. It kicks off with a woman losing her son, Santiago, and she decides to keep a piece of his lung just to stay close to him, but also there is this kind of fable that pieces of a person can make them come back to life.
She cuts out her son's lung, she keeps it, and she feeds it, and she nourishes it, and it starts to turn into a monster, like a monster of sorts.
And we're following 4 different perspectives, including Monstrilio himself, and over many years, and how they're interacting with various people. There's relationships, there's family drama.
And I think this book was just so well done. It was so eerie, it was so creepy, but it was really just sad and tragic. Like
the adults involved feel very responsible for keeping Monstrilio safe.
I loved the way that this book was told in 4 different parts. Like I thought the pacing of this was really well done.
But at the same time, they're very frightened by him and recognize that he is doing bad things. It's heart-wrenching, the relationships are messy.
And I also love the fact that this had so many queer characters in this book. Like, the queer representation was just really great. There was just so many things. Like, I could go on all day. I just think Monstrilio is so great. It is such a gem.
So yeah, sounds pretty good, doesn't it? That's worded very strange. That's probably one of the old prompts. I use the old and the fixed ones in my own game because I'm like, technically you have access to them both. But I did fix a lot of these. 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Regular prompt. Should we do draw to keep? No, I'm going to save that. We don't need that. Oh, well, I did it accidentally. Okay, so I will get rid of this. So we have a book with a name in the title or a 5-star prediction. I'm gonna go with 5-star prediction because we need some wins. And then I'm gonna shuffle this back in because I think that's a pretty good prompt. Whoops. All right, we need this. I don't know if this is the best for me to put on now because it's the first book in a trilogy and the next one's not coming out until later this year. And if I end up loving it and I'm super ready for it, it's going to be annoying having to wait for the next books. But I really want to read it. Like, I really want to see how I feel about it. And that is Belladonna by Adeline Grace. Now, there's mixed reviews about this, but when I heard what the story was, it sounds totally up my alley because we have this one girl who death seems to follow her. And a lot of people in her life has passed away. She has this really big inheritance and she has all of these blood-sucking family members who are trying to get a hold of her so that they can tap into her inheritance, but they do not care about her at all until eventually she gets taken in by some distant relatives who don't care about her money and that she actually cares about. Now, in addition to all of this happening, she is followed around or connected to death in some way. And I think, which is why I'm super excited about it, I think there might be a little bit of a like friendship, romance, something happening between her and death, which I don't know exactly if that is the case, but if it is, I feel like that'll be a fun time. And I'm just interested in seeing how it's connected. I have a really big thing about when characters can either communicate in their heads or if they have some sort of something in their head that you're like experiencing. And if there is something like that, I don't know, I would love it. For some reason, it's a weird, very specific thing that I really enjoy. If a dragon can talk to you in your head, here for it. If somebody has some magical ability that they can talk back and forth, here for it. If you have some magical entity that communicates to you in your head, here for it. Like, all of those things, for some reason, is my jam. I don't know if this does this, but if it does, that could be cool. Otherwise, I think it's really just like death shows up randomly, which I'm also here for. Does that mean we have 5 more to go? Okay, next roll. This is scaring me, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Regular prompt. Lots of regular prompts. A book with a movie or TV adaptation. Trying to read more classics. I figured I'd go with an easy one. Little Women. Yeah, I've never read it. I know. I also have like a remix that I'm hoping to read along with this because I thought it would be fun, a fun video, and you guys like were totally into that idea. So possibly I will do that this month or not. Keeping up with all of that stuff, it's been a struggle, let's be honest. Like trying to do the themed vlogs during I'm trying to work things out. But yeah, I do want to finally read this, see what the hype is about, maybe watch some movies, definitely read the remix, and just make it a whole thing. So if you're into that, let me know. Otherwise, I'll again probably mention my thoughts on it in my next wrap up because it's all gonna be new for me. I don't even think I've watched the movies. Like, I don't know nothing about this. And that's a lot because I know this is a favorite for a lot of people. So, my bad. Next roll. Another 9, exact one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Another regular prompt. Fun stuff. A book with a blank cover. I'm going to roll down here so you can see it because I kept doing it where it was blurry. 5. A book with a black cover. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to go with Masters of Death. This is my Illumicrate special edition. So we have this fun dark cover that has this little like window. Cool. And I don't know much about it. We've got a ghost-infested mansion. Yes. A small group of supernatural beings. Yes. And an unlikely quest. Yes. All of that sounds absolutely amazing. So we have somebody who's a struggling estate agent and a vampire. That's cute. Already loving this. Her biggest problem is that the house she's selling is haunted. The ghost haunting this mansion has been murdered, and until they can solve the mystery of how he died, he refuses to move on. Needless to say, this is not good for business. Okay, and so the next character is Fox Demora, who's a medium. He's also most definitely a shameless fraud. He isn't entirely without his uses, however, and he's also the godson of death. I'm loving everything. Like, I'm ready to eat this up. This sounds great. So Viola seeks out Fox to help her with this ghost infestation, and Fox becomes inextricably involved in a quest that neither he nor Vi expects or wants. Luckily, they can enlist an eclectic crew of supernatural creatures, including an unruly poltergeist, a demonic personal trainer, a sharp-voiced angel, and a love-stricken reaper. And soon, Vi and Fox discover that the difference between a mysterious lost love and an annoying dead body isn't nearly as distinct as they thought. Oh my goodness, I didn't know much about this. I've been sleeping on this book. I really need to read it. I'm so excited now. Everything about that is so cute, so funny, so quirky, in all the best ways. I'm here for it. Like, it sounds so adorable. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay. Next roll. Whew. Scary. Okay. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're always skipping this jump. It's so annoying. A tearjerker. Something that's gonna make me cry. Okay, tearjerker. Now, I technically started reading this, and I don't know if tearjerker is the right way to describe this book. This is Know My Name by Chanel Miller, and this is a nonfiction about the horrific circumstances that Chanel found herself in when she was sexually assaulted at a college school, and the things that she was put through after the fact, on top of the thing just actually happening, as it's a famous case that happened in California. I think it was on like Stanford College or whatever, and the rapist was portrayed as the victim, and she was portrayed, the one who was the actual victim, as somebody asking for it, pretty much. And it was anonymous at the time, and this is her talking about it after the fact, the whole experiences. And I only made it 68 pages into it before I had got so mad that I needed a break, and I've been waiting for a good time to pick it back up because the writing is phenomenal. I feel like she's doing a great job telling her story, but boy, is it so upsetting to hear what she's going through, just knowing that that's how the system works and how we put victims through all of this. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be upsetting and sad and all kinds of things. And I do really want to finish it because, like I said, the writing is phenomenal, and I know everybody who has read it has really liked it. It's gotten a lot of really good reviews, and so I would like to finish it and see my final thoughts, even though I know it's going to be a hard one to get through. But yeah, it's time. Possibly 2 more. Okay, I need to shut my face. I like do this to myself every time. Okay, this goes up. We've got our double. Okay, so 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A regular prompt. Okay, thank you. Another take a break. I can use that. Okay, thank goodness. Another take a break, but we get a point. So I'm just gonna put that right there and we will keep it moving. Next roll. Okay, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Regular prompt. I could use that. A graphic novel or comic. Thank you. All right, something a little bit easier. We need this. We need this with all of these curveballs. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Squad by Maggie Takuda Hall and Lisa Sterl. Anyone would kill to belong. So she starts going to a new posh high school, and she doesn't expect to like be anyone, but the popular girls notice her and invite her into their pack. They show her how to dress, how to act, and what parties to go to, and one night under the full moon, they let her in on their secret. They are werewolves. And unlike most normal people, she's all like, yeah, this is awesome. I would love to be a part of this. And it sounds like she kind of gets accepted, all is well, until somebody dies and things get complicated. So very, very interested in seeing how it goes. The art looks fun, and it should be a relatively quick read, which we need, because the TBR game has really been kicking me in the ass these past couple of months. Like, come on. Possibly the last one. Oh, sorry, that fell off the table. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that means we get 2 of these, plus a point for going around the board. Okay, so another let's re-roll that, and another draw 2, keep 1. And I'm gonna let myself use this next month, because I don't want to use it right now since we've already done one of those, but I might do a let's re-roll that if we get a low number. Yes, because we do have to roll again. Okay. Okay. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Regular prompt. And I think that's it. A LGBTQIA plus read. Okay, nice, awesome. This also gives me a chance to pick a book from the Rainbow Crate subscription box that I recently joined, which features LGBTQIA plus books. And I really enjoy the editions that have this like nutrition info about the book that tells you like how many pages there are, what kind of representation, genre, plot, the demographics, the point of view. Love it. The breakdown is so cute and so nice. So this one, it says that the book title is Basics of Spellcraft. It's got lesbian representation with a bisexual female, and it does have ADHD and autism representation as well. It is urban fantasy, and it has witches, vampires, secrets and conspiracies, and self-discovery, and it is a YA with the first person point of view. It also has a author bio in the back, which I really appreciate. And as most special editions, it is a beautiful copy. So I am interested in trying it out. It says ancient curses, blocked memories, and an academy for young witches that might just hold the answers. I should have known something was wrong when my weird aunt arrived in town just as I started getting killer headaches. But how was I supposed to know that it was a sign of repressed magic? Or that an ancient witch had escaped her tomb and sent demons after me. Demons who cursed my mother. I wanted to stay with her, even if she wouldn't wake, but I was sent to Ember Academy for young witches instead. Somewhere the demons hopefully can't get me. I need to find a way to lift the curse, but there's a block on both my magic and memories that everyone is refusing to lift. A block that might hold the answers as to why an ancient witch is after me in the first place. If I can figure her out, maybe I can figure out the curse. So yeah, we did it. We finally reached the end. We've got a lot of books. There's also several other books that I will be reading for the month as well. I'm pretty excited about this, but yeah, another jam-packed month. Hopefully it will be another successful reading month. Fingers crossed, because we've had some good ones and some not so good ones so far. So it can go either way. We'll just have to see with the mood, the vibes, how things are going. If you are enjoying these, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Stay tuned for the next wrap up if you want to see how I did with last month. Stay awesome, happy reading, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, bye!